fantasy backstory that nobody gives a f*** about.
Why the f*** was the movie called Dragonfyre in the first place?
World building. Find out what else we had to say about the movie Dragonfyre in this episode of Bottom of the Barrel. Welcome back to the show where you guys find the worst movies on Netflix for us to watch so we could share the experience with you. I'm Tony Wade.
I'm Ross.
And I'm Shawn.
The movie about space Nazis apparently got removed from Netflix, so we were stuck with Dragonfyre. I bet you already have an idea of what a movie called Dragonfyre is about.
But wait, I bet you didn't see this coming.
Yes, that's spelling!
And what about this?
Yes, that's subtitle! That's right, Dragonfyre with a Y, the World Gate Sentinel. I got nothing.
Sometimes, you know how a movie's gonna be.
With Dragonfyre with a Y.
It was when we read the summary.
In a world with Dragonfyre.
Dragonfyre with a Y!
With a Y.
In a world. What? In a world with Dragonfyre with a Y.
With a Y.
With a Y.
A battle-weary ex-Special Forces operative buys a ranch in remote American West to flee from the world.
And encounters a strange series of trespassers, including
a beautiful elf princess, a mystical Native American, and orcs.
When the orcs invade his property, John must give up his isolation to become a hero.
Before the orcs unleash their dragon god on our world.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, that's how we felt about it too.
Remote American West?
Where exactly is that on the map?
And how was that a list of make-believe things? Elf princesses, orcs, and Native Americans?
One of these things is not like the other.
Did the writer not believe in Native Americans?
If you're like us when you see a movie called Dragonfyre,
With a Y.
you could probably guess some surprisingly specific details about it.
For instance, you'd guess the orcs have really shitty makeup.
Forget the wizard! We're here for the princess!
There's gotta be some really forced romance between the human and the elf.
This is your destiny, John. There is no doubt.
There's definitely some contrived romantic tension.
Especially when a beautiful princess is what's in danger.
There's all sorts of opportunities for the hero to look like a fucking badass.
You set foot on my property again, I'll hunt each and every one of you down and kill you.
I wouldn't be so hasty with it.
Lots of orcs. Orc, 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 orc.
Work, 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 work. You see me every work, 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 work. You see me do me da 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 da.
And the blind character is definitely gonna clean up in a fucking fight scene.
Oh, don't forget about heroic deaths from otherwise inconsequential characters.
But I think there's one thing we all definitely agree on.
The key to good fantasy writing? World building.
World building.
What did Tolkien teach us?
He taught us that no fantasy world is complete until everything, just fucking everything, has ridiculous names.
It's the only way to write good fantasy.
The princess is the last of the Havennock Elven bloodline. Creatures of high magic
Yeah.
who were sacrificed to the dragonborn gods by the undead sisters of Orgisnach.
Like we said, world building.
Soon, my brothers will be here, and they will come in force.
Yeah, I was getting there. World
And after
building.
they fed on your face, they will find the girl, and they will strip her naked
Thank you. World
and
building.
carve her flesh
Jesus
with
Christ.
gullies of blood.
Anyway, you can see that the orcs are a teensy bit
They will
violent.
cut the skin from her feet
Okay.
and stand her on a crown of daggers.
world.
You make a jest of me.
Rusty? Thank you.
I mean, aside from the
Excessive gun cocking.
Terrible gun handling.
Obviously unsharpened prop sword.
The unrealistic ease with which one can buy a house.
Real estate agent turned 50 cal sharpshooter.
Daylight continuity.
Screwdriver continuity.
Fight scene continuity.
it really wasn't that bad of a movie.
Yeah, it was fucking that bad. It really was. I can't lie. It was that bad.
Here's the part that bugs me. Why the fuck was the movie called Dragonfyre in the first place? The dragon didn't do anything.
It showed up like in the last 5 minutes of the movie.
It came in, it blew up the house, then it set the Jeep on fire long after all the fighting was over.
And that's it. That was all the Dragonfyre.
With a Y.
They named the entire thing after the last 10 minutes of the movie that didn't even fucking matter.
My favorite part of the entire movie came after the credits. In the middle of the credits, buried behind all of the speaking roles, were 27 named orcs that had no part in the entire movie. Look at some of these names. Bluetooth, Fleshmaul, Skullcrusher, Slugrot, Bulgrog, Karmug, Karug, Slugrot. Although, far and away, the best one, Queefdor. Don't let the Queefdor hit you on the way out.
Okay guys, it's time to rate this movie on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being Willow, the classic fantasy movie that, you know, everybody loves. And 10 being The Hobbit 3, the little known sequel to the 1977 animated Hobbit movie that nobody's ever heard of, and that's kind of the whole point. I'm just gonna give this movie a 7. It really isn't that bad. I think I'm kind of getting numb to these bad movies, and this one really wasn't one of the worst that we've seen. There was nothing disgusting or really annoying about it. It was kind of funny in a lot of different places, and Rusty actually was probably the most grounded thing in the whole film, so yeah. A 7 pretty much does it for me.
So this is my first time, okay, and I'm gonna do my number, and my number's a 9, because I didn't realize y'all dealt with this shit. This is horrible. I've never seen anything this bad before. The storyline was atrocious. I don't know what was going on in the action sequences. At some points, I even fell asleep. It was bad. I'm giving it a 9. Look, I can't. This is ridiculous. I can't believe y'all do this shit. This is what y'all always do?
Dragonfyre gets an 8.5. There were very few redeeming qualities, but the actors gave it their best. It wasn't shot in Montana, though, so I can't give it my bonus points. 8.5. Shitty movie.
Anyways guys, thanks for watching. And also thanks to our guest host Shawn for showing up and doing his thing. Appreciate it.